Hello everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep and welcome to this part 2 of the series having Mission CAT 2022 in which we are talking about DILR. So basically the purpose of the series is to practice almost all type of questions that generally appear in CAT exam, and through those we are just trying to improve our score to at least 99 percentile in the actual exam of CAT, right? So I have done that myself many a time, so therefore I'm just trying that we do it together again and score a good percentile in our DILR section. So this is part 2 of it. So before I start, just let me know please, all of you, that am I clearly audible to each one of you? Audible, visible? Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? If you just confirm it once, after that we'll start with our today's session. Okay. So in the series of these sessions, of course, we have just renamed it. So therefore, you might look at the as part 2. But before that, it was named as something else, and we did some 5-6 sessions before that on it. So in those 5-6 sections, what we discussed was data interpretation primarily. So we discussed about line graphs, bar graphs, pie charts, and some radar graphs and all, and some miscellaneous types of graphs. In the first part, again, the class that we have before this, there again we talked about some different kind of graphs that have appeared in IFT, ZAT, CAT and all. So from today, I am going to start with the logical reasoning part now. That is the most important one, I would say, that because when we talk about data interpretation, still many people feel comfortable at it. The reason is that we can understand the data and then we can answer the questions. But in LR, of course, how do we jot down the data? How do we collate it? How do we put it in a tabular form? So that becomes a bit difficult for many of us. So therefore, we are starting with logical reasoning today. Today's class would be about linear arrangement. Now, I will be taking sets from actual CAT papers, ZAT, IFT and all, and we'll be moving with that in the upcoming classes as well. Okay. So that's all, guys. So can we start? Can you all just confirm it to me once through the chat box? Is everything okay? You can all hear me. You can all see me. I hope no operational issues. So if you just confirm it to me once, and then we will start with our today's class. Please confirm it once to me. Is all fine? Am I clearly audible? Am I clearly visible? So once that is there, we can start with our class straight away then. Is everything fine? So yes, Sanket is there. Good afternoon, Sanket. I hope Sanket, you are able to see and listen to me clearly. So let's start with the class now. Okay, let us start. So I'm sure that some of you would be giving an answer later on as well. Yes, Franshu Kumar is saying that yes, all is okay. Let's move ahead. So let's move ahead. Azhar Khan is also saying it is okay. Sanket is saying it is okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. So we can start with it now. So because we are starting with linear arrangement today, so first few sets would be slightly easy on that. So we'll be just talking about the basic concepts of it. So basic mistakes that people make, which we don't have to make, and then we'll move on to some kind of sets which have appeared in CAT as well. So here is the first set for all of you. Just read it once. Try to do it by yourself, and after that we will do it together. So all of you, please have a look at this set now. The set on your screen. It's a very easy set. So this first one is primarily quite an easy set. Hi, good afternoon, Bharat Karmur. Thank you. Good afternoon, Arvind. Very good afternoon. After a long time, Arvind. So all of you can see the set on your screen. Please try to do that, and then we will do it together. There are 7 varsity basketball players, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and they are to be honored at a special lunch. The players will be seated on the dais in a row. A and G have to leave the lunch early and so must be seated at the extreme right. B will receive the most valuable players trophy and so must be in the center. C and D are bitter rivals and therefore must be seated as far as possible. I mean, this is quite easy. I'm assuming that each one of you would be able to do it pretty fast. Let me come up a bit and let me just decrease my size a bit so that everything is clearly visible to you guys. Yes, I think we can start with it now without any further delay. So 7 players are there, A to G. They are to be honored at a lunch. The players will be seated on the dais A and G. So 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A and G have to leave the lunch early and so must be seated at the extreme right. So what is your extreme right? These are the two places at the extreme right. So A and G must be at these two places. Now, here we might have a question, sir, how can you say that this is the extreme right? Even that part can be extreme right. If I'm looking it from the other direction, that is also correct. So if you are assuming this as right, always assume for all the statements that this is the right. If you are assuming this as right, then assume that all of them are right that ways. I am just assuming that these people are looking towards north. So therefore the right I am taking is in that direction. Of course, I can look at it either of the ways. But मैं कहाँ से देख रहा हूँ, मेरा point of view क्या है, वो ऑफ कोर्स कोई भी हो सकता है. आई कैन लुक एट ए रो फ्रॉम वन साइड, आई कैन लुक एट इट फ्रॉम द फ्रंट, आई कैन लुक एट इट फ्रॉम द बैक. उसके अकॉर्डिंगली मैं अपने राइट और लेफ्ट जो है वो डिसाइड कर लूंगा. तो यहाँ पे मैं ले रहा हूँ राइट मोस्ट, मैंने ये मान लिया दैट दे ऑल आर लुकिंग टुवर्ड्स द नॉर्थ डायरेक्शन. सो ए एंड जी मस्ट बी सीटेड एट द एक्सट्रीम राइट. B will receive the most valuable players trophy and so must be in the center. तो सेंटर में हम लोगों को B को बैठाना है. So must be in the center. C and D are bitter rivals and therefore must be seated as far apart as possible. C और D जितना दूर हो सके उतना दूर. So can I say one of C and D would be here and the other of C and D would be here, right? एक आदमी में से यहाँ आएगा, एक यहाँ आएगा. Two people are left. They are E and F. So one of E and F would be here and the other person of E and F would be here. Now in this whole arrangement, you see, neither we are able to decide the exact location of A or G, nor we are able to decide the exact location of C or D, nor we are actually able to decide exact location of E or F. So if I just make cases, there would be a lot of cases. A और G के दो केस बनेंगे, C और D के दो बनेंगे, E और F के दो बनेंगे. 2 into 2 into 2 will make it a total of 8 cases. So I would suggest 8 cases अगर बन रहे हैं तो मत बनाओ. Straight away look at the questions and answer according to the questions only. So let's have a look at all the questions now one by one. Okay, first question is, which of the following cannot be seated at either end? कौन end पे नहीं हो सकता? Can I say either C or D would be at the end or A and G would be at the end? F can never be at the end. So therefore the answer for this first question is equal to C. दोनों नहीं करना होगा क्या, नॉर्थ और साउथ? नहीं सूरज, आई मीन दैट इज नॉट नेसेसरी, क्योंकि यहां पे दिस डज नॉट मेक अ डिफरेंस. अगर किसी क्वेश्चन में वो ये पूछ लेना दैट विच गाय इज फेसिंग नॉर्थ और विच गाय इज फेसिंग साउथ, सो दैट वुड बी आंसर दैट कैन नॉट बी डिटरमाइंड. अदरवाइज यू डू नॉट हैव टू मेक बोथ द केसेस. वो नहीं बनाना चाहिए, ठीक है? वो ना बना के आप सीधा सीधा क्या करोगे ऐसे केसेस में, जस्ट यू विल आंसर अकॉर्डिंग टू द अरेंजमेंट दैट यू हैव मेड. ओके, नेक्स्ट. Which of the following pairs cannot be seated together? So this is from the previous slide, I suppose. So which of the following pairs cannot be seated together? कौन सा पेयर साथ नहीं बैठ सकता? So which of the following pairs cannot be seated together? So which of the following pairs cannot be seated together? If I look at this, so B and D, can they be seated together? Yes, B and D can sit together. यहाँ पे C and F, can they sit together? Yes, C and F can sit together. यहाँ पे D and G, can they sit together? Yes, they can sit together. यहाँ पे D and G. E and A, they cannot sit together because E would be at one of these two places. A would be at one of these two places. In any case, E and A cannot sit together. So my answer for the second question is option D. E and A can never sit together. E and A can never sit together. Okay. So I'm sure that this all is clear to you. So I'll move on to the third one now. तीसरे पे आते हैं. What does 3 says? Which of the following pairs cannot occupy the seats on either side of B? So which of the following cannot occupy the seats on either side of B? So either side of B का मतलब ये है this side and this side. Which two people cannot be there? Can F and D be there? Yes. If F is here and D is here, they can be on either side of B. Can D and E be there? So yes, if D is here and E is here, so they can be on either side of B. Can E and G be there? No, because G can never be on a side of B. So therefore I can say C option is the correct answer for this third one. So these are the 3 answers that we have got from here. I hope this all is clear. We can move ahead now. Okay, these are the first 3 questions. Very simple. As I said, we'll be starting with the simpler ones. We'll move on to an actual CAT set, and then I'll be talking about an actual IFT set as well. इस तरीके से हम लोग आगे बढ़ रहे होंगे. So here comes the second set for all of you now. The set is there on your screen now. It is an actual CAT set that you are seeing on the screen. All of you first try it by yourself, and after that we will do it together. Just take 2 minutes, read it, and then we'll do it together. The plan above shows an office block for 6 officers A, B, C, D, E, F. So I have not shown the plan somehow. So let me just show you the plan. So this is the corridor that we have here. Both B and C occupy offices to the right of the corridor as one enters the office block, and A occupies an office to the left of the corridor. E and F occupy offices on opposite sides of the corridor, but their offices do not face each other. The office of C and D face each other. E does not have a corner office. F's office is further down the corridor than A's, but on the same side. This set is an actual CAT set, as you can see on the screen now. Okay, I think we can start doing it now. The plan above shows an office block for 6 officers A to F. Both B and C occupy offices to the right of the corridor as one enters the block. Now the point is, what is the right of the corridor? If you look at it from this direction, the right would be here. If you look at it from this direction, the right would be here. But he says as one enters the office block, because this is the entry, so you would be looking at it from this direction. Hence, the right of the corridor would be here and left of the corridor would be here, because if a person is going in this direction, his right is going to be here and left is going to be there. I hope you all can agree to that, right? From the entry you are going to the corridor, तो आपके right में इधर वाला पड़ेगा और left में उधर वाला हिस्सा पड़ेगा. He says both B and C occupy offices to the right of the corridor. So B and C both are to the right, and A occupies an office to the left of the corridor. So A occupies an office to the left. ध्यान से देखिएगा करने का तरीका. E and F occupy offices on opposite sides of the corridor, but their offices do not face each other. We do not know which side is E, which side is F, but we definitely know that they are on opposite sides and they are not facing each other. So I'm basically keeping it in my mind so that I can use it later. The offices of C and D face each other. Offices of C and D face each other. Now C can be here, C can be here, C can be here. So currently I can't say this, but because C is on this side, I can surely say that D is on that side. Offices of C and D face each other. So C is on the right side of the corridor. So D must be on the left side of the corridor. So basically on the left side we have A and D. Right side we have B and C. Or one of E and F would be to the left. One of E and F would be to the right. E does not have a corner office. So we'll again keep that in mind, that E is not in the corner. He is not having a corner office. F's office is further down the corridor than A, but on the same side. So F's corridor is further down A, but on the same side. Same side means that F is here, right? And that automatically means A is here. If F is there, E is here. I hope all of you are getting my point here. So I'll have to probably switch off my video because I have no electricity and UPS cannot work on these. So for some time, by the time electricity is back, I'll be just switching off my video for some time. Okay, everyone. So yes, where were we? I was talking about this. So now I hope you all have got it, that A, D and F are on the same side. B, C and E are on the same side. E and F are not facing each other. E is not in the corner. It is written E is not having a corner office. So here E cannot be there, right? Here E cannot be there. Moreover, he says The E and F occupy opposite side, but their office do not face each other. The office of C and D face each other. अब C और D के office एक दूसरे को face कर रहे हैं. And F's office is further down the corridor than A. So F's office is further down the corridor than A. F's office is further down the corridor than A. And C and D are facing each other's office. So can I say the only possibility that we can have is C is here, D is here, right? E is not having a corner office, so E must be here. E also must not be facing F, so F must be here. So A has to be here now and B has to be here, and that makes the complete combination. We do not have any other possibilities apart from this. I hope all of you are getting my point. Apart from this, you can't have any other possibility. Is that clear, everyone? E and F should not be facing each other. E should not be in the corner, right? And F should be further down from A. So basically the first office could not be that of F, and he was further down from A. So C and D must be facing each other. So therefore we have taken C and D as the first ones, and after that A and F, and in the middle we have E and B. These are the final compositions. And as I said, this is an actual CAT paper. This is the kind of questions that CAT would be asking you. These are the kind of questions that CAT would be asking you. So electricity is back. I am also back. I hope this is clear to everyone. And once this job is done, you just have to answer the questions that looking at the arrangement that we have made. So let's move on to that. First question, I have already put the arrangement over here. If E sits in his office and faces the corridor, whose office is to the left, right? वो यहाँ बैठा है, it faces the corridor. Whose office is to the left? तो कौन सा left में उसके office आएगा? That is equal to C. So therefore my answer is option C. C's office is to the left of E. Next, fifth. Whose office faces A's office? तो A के office के सामने किसका office है? That is E. So option D is the correct answer. And next, who is or are F's neighbors? So F के neighbors कौन कौन है? F's neighbor is only A. So therefore my answer is A only. That is the correct answer. These are the three questions based on this data set. I hope this is clear to everyone. Please guys, if you have understood all the questions, please do press the like button as well, as I have told in the previous sessions as well. That is the only big motivation for us, that you guys have understood the concept. आपको अगर समझ में आता है concept तो हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है, that yes, we have utilized the time well. So this was an actual CAT set. As you can see that CAT is normally asking you quite easy questions, as it is one of them. You can see, मतलब ये तो देख के भी लग रहा होगा that this set we could have done easily by ourselves as well. Okay, these are the kind of questions CAT would be asking you. That was the second set. Now we move on to the third set, which is again an actual CAT set, but it is a better one. So there is a lot of information on this. So just read this all first. I'll give you all the information on one single page, then you try solving it, and then we'll doing it together. So all of you just look at this now. Gautam Chauhan is a question, sir. How many sets are easy in CAT which an average student can attempt minimum? Gautam, though we can't say exactly a number about this because that depends upon the difficulty level of the paper as well. But yes, if I talk about number of easy sets in an average paper of LRDI, so normally you will find that, let us say if there are 6 sets, out of 6, 2 will be easy, 2 or 3 would be moderate, and 1 would be quite difficult. If there are 8 sets, again 2 to 3 would be easy, 3 to 4 would be moderate, 1 or 2 can be difficult ones. So this is the normal structure that they give you. Okay, so normally, but yes, easy sets would always be there, that is for sure. And whatever the easy sets are, they will give you more than 90 percentile for sure. Your job is to figure out the easier ones and do them. उसके बाद आपको एकदम से पता लग जाएगा कि कहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है. Suraj is asking which year. I don't remember it correctly, but Suraj, I think 2005 or 2007. You can just check it. I think उसमें मिल जाएगा आपको. It is from one of those years. Dushyant, very soon we are going to have a session on that. That according to your score, what kind of percentile you can expect and what are the colleges that you can look for. So just keep, your focus on BYJU'S exam prep channel. We'll be talking about these things. Though we have already taken sessions on that according to your percentile, what all colleges can you expect, right? But at 252, what exact percentile would be there? So of course that will be there in some days with you. About the colleges, you can find the session. They are already there. About the percentile, we also can give you just an approximation, an idea. It is better to wait for some time to have the final results. Okay, everyone. So this is a little more information about all of this. So what I'm doing, that I have put all of this information on one of the pages, which I'm going to show now. This is all the information. All of you try this once, and after that we will do it together. You have all the information on one single page now. Please try that, and then we will do it together, guys. An actual cat set it is. Okay, I think we can start doing it now. So what all is there? There are 3 houses on each side of the road. These 6 houses are labeled as PQRSTU. The houses are of different colors. The houses are of different heights. So we have to arrange the houses. We also have to arrange according to their color. We also have to arrange according to their heights. When 3 things are there, keeping all the 3 things together and figuring it out, that becomes quite difficult. So normally, what is my way of doing these questions? I am telling you that only, right? And I have found it, quite beneficial, that through that no confusion would arise. First of all, that is the best part of it. कोई confusion नहीं होती है, and you are able to do that pretty fast. According to me, that becomes a good approach. That approach is that rather than taking all 3 attributes together, पहले एक काम कीजिए, first start with any 2 of them, right? And leave the third one, and we can check that third one later on, or if it is needed तो उसको कहीं जाके तब यूज करेंगे. Otherwise, first we will look at only 2 of the attributes. For example, here I can do one thing, that first I will look at only the names of the houses along with the colors, and I can look at the height later on. That can be done. The second important thing is that this is also important, that which statement do you pick first. Normally we make a mistake of this, that we start with statement number 1 and we try to go according to that only. It is always advisable to read all the statements first and then check that statement which is giving you the most useful information and exact information. वहां से शुरू करके बनाना शुरू करोगे, it will always become easy for you, right? So Suraj, anyways, I think I have already given you a minute extra, so we can start doing it now. So 6 houses are there, PQRSTU, they are on each side of the road. So let us say this is your road. So on one side we have 3 houses, and on the other side we have 3 houses. So these are the 3 houses on one side and 3 houses on the other side. The 6 houses are labeled as P, Q, R, S, T and U. The houses are different colors, different heights. Now, ab dhyan se sunna. Currently, I am not looking at their heights. I am just talking about the color and name of the house. उसको देखते हैं. T, the tallest house, मुझे कोई लेन देन नहीं उससे, is exactly opposite to the red colored house. Where is T? I don't know. So let's forget about it. The shortest house is exactly opposite to green colored. Which is shortest? I don't know. Forget about it. U, the orange colored house, is located between P and S. So this is giving me an exact information. So I can assume any one of them as U. And because U is between P and S, so I'll take P on this side. I'll take S on this side. Now you might have a question. Sir, can't they be on the other side of the road? My answer would be, does not make a difference. because the way it was given in the previous question, याद होगा आपको, एंट्री दी हुई थी, कॉरिडोर दिया हुआ था, एंड ही वाज टेलिंग यू दिस इज टू द राइट ऑफ द कॉरिडोर, ये लेफ्ट ऑफ द कॉरिडोर है, ऐसा कुछ करके लिखा हुआ था. यहाँ पे देयर इज नो राइट, देयर इज नो लेफ्ट, nowhere in any of the statement is saying this is to the right of this is to the left of this. Therefore, on whichever side of the road you take them doesn't make a difference. Moreover, u is between p and s, so you are writing p on this side, s on that side, or you write p on that side, s on this side. That again would not make a difference, क्योंकि right और left की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही. तो p को right में रख के s को left में रखूं, या p को left में रख के s को right में रखूं, it does not make a difference. The point is u should be between p and s, that I have already put. Now, R, the yellow colored house, is exactly opposite to P. So R is exactly opposite to P. Also, I get to know it is the yellow colored house. Q, the green colored house, is exactly opposite to U. So Q, the green colored house, is exactly opposite to U. Now one house is left, that has to be T, right? It has to be T. And it was written T, the tallest house is exactly opposite to the red colored house. So this house has to be red colored because T is opposite the red colored house. Okay. The shortest house is exactly opposite to green colored. So this is green colored. So U has to be the shortest. लेकिन अभी हम tallest shortest की बात ही नहीं करें, छोड़ दो. Q, the green colored house, is exactly opposite to, we have used. P, the white colored house. So P is a white colored house, is taller than R but shorter than S and Q. So उसके बारे में भी हम लोग बाद में बात करेंगे, क्या है क्या नहीं है. ठीक है. Now let's start looking at them from the perspective of their heights. There are 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T is the tallest house. I would write T over here. Is exactly opposite to red color. The shortest house is opposite green. Green के opposite shortest है. That means U must be the shortest house. If it is opposite T, that means it must be the shortest house opposite this. U, the orange colored house, is located between P and S. अच्छा, U का भी पता है. It is an orange colored house. तो कलर बचा ही एक, that is blue. तो blue has to be this color. ये भी clarity आ गई है. Next. R is exactly opposite to P. मेरे मतलब का नहीं है. Q is opposite to U. मेरे मतलब का नहीं है. P is taller than R but shorter than S and Q. If P is taller than R and shorter than S and Q, so S and Q can be at any of these two places, right? But P has to be taller than R and shorter than them. So these are these houses according to their heights, and these are the arrangements of the houses according to their colors. This is the complete combination now. After that, just look at the statements and give the answer. First question, what is the color of the tallest house? Tallest house is T. The color of T is blue. So my answer is option B, that is blue. Next, what is the color of the house diagonally opposite to yellow? So yellow के diagonally opposite जो होगा, that will be equal to red. So therefore my answer is option D, that is equal to red. Next, which is the second tallest house? तो second tallest house इनमें से कौन सा है? The second tallest can be S or Q. So therefore the answer is cannot be determined. So these are the 3 answers for this particular question. I hope this is clear to everyone. No doubt about it. Yes. If you have understood it, guys, please do press the like button. So I see the number of likes is very less with respect to the number of people who are watching. So please press the like button as well. I hope this is clear to each one of you. And this brings us to the last set of the day. And this time I'm taking slightly difficult set for all of you. That is the set. So what is difficult? There are some people who are facing north. There are some people who are facing south. So how do we deal with questions like these? Now we are going to talk about this as well. Some people are facing north. Some people are facing south. All of you will try this first for 1 or 2 minutes, and after that we'll be doing it together. No, Arvind. When we talk about diagonally opposite, the diagonal आपने देखा होगा ना Arvind? Diagonal is from one corner to the opposite side other corner. So अगर corners की तरफ देखोगे तो exactly opposite में जो है yellow नहीं, orange नहीं आएगा, ठीक है? तो वो दूसरा red color वाला आएगा. All of you just have a look at this. After that, we'll do it together. सूरज देखिए, सपोज देर आर 4 people sitting here, there are 4 people sitting here, so who is diagonally opposite to this person? तो आप देखिए, अगर एक फिगर ऐसी बनाई होती है तो उसमें डायगोनल आप किसे बोलते हैं? So these two are diagonals and these two are diagonals. So this guy is diagonally opposite to this guy and this guy is diagonally opposite to this guy. This is how diagonally opposites are there. तो वो तो चार 3 ही लोग थे, अगर 4 होते तो फिर आप डायगोनली ऑपोजिट, फिर मैं ऑरेंज आंसर कैसे दे पाते? फिर तो देयर वुड हैव बीन 2 people in between. Okay, I think we can start doing it now. This is slightly difficult set, but yes, I would want all of you to stay for 5 minutes and looking at the solution of this question, because I'm giving you the exact way of doing these questions. I'm sure this is going to be extremely helpful for you. I've done some hard work for this as well, कि मैं किस तरीके से आपको समझाऊं क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं, so that you will also get an idea about it. So let's start doing it together. He says 8 people are sitting in a row, not necessarily in the same order. Some of them are facing north and rest are facing south. O is sitting 4 places away from M and O is the left of Q, who is facing south. T is sitting 3 places away from P but not adjacent to N. Only one person is sitting to the left of S and both the neighbors of S face in direction to him. ऐसा कर करके we have a lot of information. As I told you, we always start with the information with which we get the exact info about someone. For example, if he says R is sitting to the rightmost end, S is sitting to the leftmost end, O is sitting in the middle, M is sitting third from the right. If these kind of informations are there, we always try to start with that. But the problem here is that none of these informations is giving me the exact info of any of these guys. In such cases, we start with the information in which we have minimum possible number of cases. That is the first requirement. Second, about whom you see that there is a lot of information and you see that person's name again and again. For example, I saw only one person is sitting to the left of S. Both the neighbors of S face in the opposite direction to him. R and S are facing in the same direction. I found these informations about S. There are some informations about M. There are some informations about O. So start with the information which gives you the most minimum number of cases or which is the closest to them. So therefore, I'm starting with this information that only one person is sitting to the left of S. So usse hoga ye, there are 8 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only one person is sitting to the left of S and both the neighbors of S face in opposite direction to him. If S is here, only one person is to the left of him, so that means he must be facing in this direction. Only one person is to his left. Or the other possibility is that S is here and only one person is to the left of him, so he is facing in this direction. And both the neighbors of S face in opposite direction to him. So this guy would be facing in this direction. This guy would also be facing in this direction. Yahan pe this person would be facing in this direction. This person would also be facing in this direction. Is that clear, everyone? According to this statement, which I have written in bold, these are the 2 cases that can be formed. S has only one person to the left. तो अब वो क्योंकि नॉर्थ या साउथ में कहीं भी देख सकता है, so therefore there are 2 possibilities that either S is right वाले एंड से सेकंड और he is left वाले एंड से सेकंड, और यहाँ राइट और लेफ्ट ये मेरे हैं. I am just looking at these 2 information, but because he has already said this, some people are facing north and some people are facing south, so we are making separate cases for it. Okay, these are the possibilities till now. This was the first statement that I have used. Okay, next, what should I use now? The next is that R and S are facing the same direction, so I'll just keep it separately. That in the first scenario, I can say R is also facing in this direction. In the second scenario, I can say R is also facing in this direction because R and S are facing the same direction. So these are the 2 possibilities for these. I hope this is also clear. Next information is this for me, that R is sitting at one of the extreme ends and no one is sitting to the right of him. एक एक्सट्रीम एंड पे है और उसके राइट में कोई नहीं है. So because in the first scenario R is facing south, so he must be sitting here so that no one is to the right of him, because his right would be in this direction. Similarly, in the second scenario, R should be here because he is facing in this direction, so that no one is facing to the right of this. Uske right mein koi nahi hai. So according to these three statements, till now I have put in R, S, and I got to know about the neighbors of S as well, in which direction are they facing. So this is the order basically in which if you move, you will find the question becomes simpler in those cases. Sanket has already done it, OST and MPQR. I hope I get the same answer, Sanket. Now the next statement that I'm going to use is, so till now I have used all these informations. I have something about R, I have something about S, but the problem is, at this moment you would see, in the remaining three statements, neither R has been talked about nor S. तो जो बाकी ये तीन statements हैं, वो आपस में ही बात कर रही हैं, and they are of a different family. So they have to made separately and they have to be put into this part. ठीक है, उसको अलग से बना के इसमें put करेंगे. Let's have a look at those. So the next statement I'm going to use is, T is sitting 3 places away from P but not adjacent to N. Now T is sitting 3 places away from P. So one possibility is this, okay, and one possibility is this. T is sitting 3 places away from P. T is sitting 3 places away from P but not adjacent to N. तो T जो है वो N के adjacent नहीं है. मतलब I cannot have N over here. I cannot have N over here. Similarly, in the second scenario, I cannot have N over here and I cannot have N over here. I hope all of you are getting it. ना तो मेरे पास वहां N हो सकते हैं T के दोनों बगल में और ना ही वहां हो सकते हैं. 3 places away का मतलब, this also probably we talked about in the last class. 3 places away का मतलब है there are 2 people between them. दो को छोड़ के तीसरा आ जाए, ये कह रहा है. Next, N who is to the immediate left of M is 2 places away from P. N is immediate left of M, that means adjacent to M, is 2 places away from P. अब P से 2 places away N है, तो यहां पहले वाले में देखिए P से 2 places away या तो ये बनता है, बट यहां तो already he has given it is not N. So can I say N must be 2 places away in the other direction? Similarly here P से 2 places away अगर N आएगा तो यहां तो N मना किया हुआ है, so N must be in the other direction. So these two must be the scenarios according to this. I hope this part is also clear to all of you. समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात? P से 2 places away I have N. So either this was the scenario or this. यहाँ N आ नहीं सकता था, so I put it here. Similarly in this case I have put it here. And M is to the immediate left of N. M is to the immediate left of N. So M can be here or M can be here. अब left में इसलिए नहीं बता पा रहा because I don't know which direction N is facing. So M can be here or M can be here. These are the two possibilities that are going to occur now. Okay. Now we are left with only one statement, and now we are going to use that statement as well. That is statement number 1. What is statement number 1 saying? It says O is sitting 4 places away from M. First statement. पहले तो ये पढ़िए. O is sitting 4 places away from M. Suppose M is here. तो M से 4 places away इधर तो हो नहीं सकता because इतने लोग ही नहीं है. We have only 8 people. We already have 1 seat, 2 seat, 3 seat, 4 seat, 5 seat, 6 seat, 7 seat तो already हो चुकी है. M को मैं उधर कैसे ले जा सकता हूँ? That's not possible. And if on the other side I have to take, so M is 4 places away from M. So M से 4 places away, 1, 2, 3, 4. O can be here. लेकिन यहां पे अगर मैं M को ले लूं तो O आएगा T की जगह पे, which again is not a possibility. So therefore O has to be here and M has to be here. O has to be here and M has to be here. And exactly in a similar way you can say that M has to be here and O has to be here. These are the two possibilities that I am going to occur. So मैं उनको थोड़ा साफ साफ लिख दे रहा हूं. First is T space O P space N M, and the second possibility M N space P O space T. Now these are the two things that I have to fit in the two cases that I have already formed. देखता हूं किस केस में कौन सा फिट आता है. That we have to check now. Look at the first case, right? And ध्यान दीजिएगा, these are the 7 seats. The first case cannot be fitted into the first case over here because end में N और M आने हैं. तो यहाँ पे तो S आया हुआ है ऑलरेडी. So second case can fit in the first one. So M is here, N is here, there is a space, P is here, O is here and T is here. Of course the remaining one place will go for Q. एक जगह बच गई, वो Q के लिए जाएगी. And the second case cannot be fitted here. तो second वाले में कौन सा केस फिट होगा? फर्स्ट वाला केस फिट होगा. So T space O P space N and M. इसमें मैंने एक जगह गलत बना दी. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, ये 8 जगह बननी थी. ठीक है. P के बाद स्पेस N and M. So these are the two cases that are possible. तो ऐसे केस में Q इधर आ जाएगा. Now I just have to figure out who is to the left of whom, who is to the right of whom. वो सारी बातें मुझे देखनी है सेटिस्फाई होती हैं कि नहीं होती हैं. Let's check them one by one. So O is sitting 4 places away from M. उससे मुझे लेफ्ट राइट नहीं पता लग रहा. O is to the left of Q, who is facing south. So Q is facing south. Q is facing south. And O is to the left of him. तो यहां पे तो Q के लेफ्ट में O आ रहा है, लेकिन यहां पे Q के लेफ्ट में O नहीं आ रहा है. So therefore the second case is ruled out. In the second case you do not have O to the left of Q because Q is facing south. तो उसका लेफ्ट जो इस तरफ बनना चाहिए, that is not being formed. T is 3 places away from P but not adjacent to N. ये कर चुके, ये कर चुके, ये कर चुके. N who is immediate left of M. अच्छा ये देखिए ध्यान से, N is immediate left of M. If N is to the left of M, so M should also be facing south. तभी तो उसका लेफ्ट इधर आएगा, right? तभी इसका लेफ्ट इधर बन सकता है. And that gives me the complete combination now, which is here on your screen. It is R, M, N, Q, P, O, S, T. R is facing south, M is facing south. Then we have N, about whom we don't know which direction is he facing. Q is facing south. Then we have P, we don't know which direction is he facing. We have O, S, T, and these all informations are there with us now. And I hope you can see that how easy the question becomes if you actually pick these statements in the right order. कि कौन सी statement पहले pick करनी है, कौन सी बाद में. A little bit of practice will tell you that how do you pick these statements, because that is the important part of it. And now because the second case is ruled out, तो मैं इसको यहाँ से erase कर दे रहा हूँ. This is not needed. Let's just have a look at the questions now. I am sure that all of you have understood this very well. If there is any question, you can tell me, guys. So let's have a look at the questions now one by one. The first question, how many persons are facing north? So we don't know how many persons are facing north. The answer is cannot be determined because neither we know about N nor we know about P, who is facing north. So therefore cannot be determined. Second, who is 3 places away to the left of R? R is facing south, तो उसका left इधर हो जाएगा. 1 place away, 2 place away, 3 places away is Q. So my answer is option B, that is Q. Next, how many persons are sitting to the right of O? Right of O, because O is facing north, तो उसका right होगा इधर. So 2 people are facing to the right of O. So the answer is option A in this case. And what is the position of P with respect to M? तो M के respect में P की position हमसे पूछ रहा है. Because M is facing south, तो उसका इधर left बनेगा. So 1, 2, 3. This P is third to the left of M. So third to the left, that is the correct answer, which is option C. And that was the complete set. I'm sure that you guys have understood this clearly. That was the last set that I had to do today. I'm sure this would have given you an idea about linear arrangements. The main purpose is that you should be able to do the questions of linear arrangements better whenever you face them now. Okay. So if you guys liked it, please press the like button as well. And anyone who is preparing for CAT 2022, this is all that we offer at BYJU'S Exam Prep, which is there on your screen. If you still have any questions, the number is given at the end of the bottom of the screen. Just call up at this number and they would be able to help you out with that. And please press the like button, guys, as I keep asking you. Please comment on the session. I mean, whatever you want from us in the upcoming sessions as well. Share it with more and more people who are preparing for CAT, and please subscribe to BYJU'S Exam Prep channel. We are available on all of these media handles, that is Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, and Play Store. And that's all from my side, guys. Every Wednesday, I'll be meeting you at 3 p.m. for this series. I hope I would see you in the next session as well on the next Wednesday. Till then, bye-bye and take care. Have a good day now, guys. Bye-bye. Tata. Take care.